Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Role Players Guild. Oh,
Whoa!
hold on, my map isn't showing. Guys, what the
Uh-oh.
heck? Why
What?
isn't Roll20 showing? There it is. Perfect. Now we can get started. Welcome back to the Role Players Guild, everyone, and welcome back to Dream Dealers of Fairhaven. Without further ado, I play Fist, the dwarf barbarian monk, multi-class. And I'm passing it along to Alex. Laura, this is your warning.
Alright. Hello, everyone. I'm Falcon of the Role Players Guild, and I am playing Xylic Seerster, the Nature Cleric Stars Druid multi-class. And Laura, it's up to you.
Oh, I'm Laura, and I'm playing Gilzath, and he's not multi-classed. But now I wanna. He's a rogue, and a robot. And now it's Beast Spouse's turn. Spouse's turn.
Yep, B is otherwise occupied doing assistance with a small creature that is being annoying. Actually, really kind of a nuisance today. But in the meantime, I'm B's spouse, and I am playing Elspeth, the storm sorceress, who really just does not feel like thinking things through most of the time. Which I think brings us to Jason.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to an exciting, action-packed, adventure-filled episode of Dungeons and Dragons. I am Jason. I am your DM this evening, and your guide to the light, hopefully. So yes, tonight, you brave and perhaps foolish adventurers have found yourselves in Fairhaven, in the realm of Eberron, where we have been playing this adventure called The Dream Dealers of Fairhaven. In this adventure, your characters have been tasked with investigating a series of strange events, strange occurrences, bizarre occurrences, scary occurrences, violent occurrences. This is something that seems to be kind of above the pay grade of the local rank and file investigation, city watch, anybody who's charged with kind of keeping the peace and making sure everything is okay. So they're called y'all in to figure these things out. What we know so far, a couple of things. A few months back, an ambitious merchant came to town and set up shop, and it was offering a number of wondrous and beautiful and incredible and valuable items. And one of the items that he offered was these stones that allow for lucid dreaming, called the Lucidia stones. They became very popular. And people began using them and sleeping better and reporting more relaxed dream states. All of these things. However, not long after this began, strange things started to happen. Strange people who wouldn't normally do so began to exhibit very violent behavior. People started to kind of lose their minds, started acting in ways that they wouldn't otherwise. And this has kind of led to a series of violent crimes and lots of difficulty and commotion. And there does seem to be a bit of a pattern. The only pattern that they're able to trace back, the only common thread with all of these bizarre occurrences, is that each of these people were found to have been using the Lucidia stones. Hence, it's where you come in. You met with one of the divisions of the City Watch, the people who were in charge of things like investigations, detective work, stuff like that, solving the mysteries, solving the crime, and they gave you a series of leads, a series of contacts, people of interest to investigate, and locations to check out. One such location was this small house on the edge of town, in kind of in the Fairhaven countryside. This was the home of Brendan Faywild, right? Brendan Faywild, who was a professor of magic at the Arcanics Academy. This individual was quickly put on a leave of absence after having been found to teach very dark spells and very evil magic, forbidden magic, to their students. And this was kind of weird because this was kind of a respected individual at this establishment, at this university. And so it was odd behavior, and it was really kind of out of the blue. You were set to investigate and found that this person was not being themselves. In fact, I believe Elsbeth and Faywild had a bit of an altercation. What happened in that situation, Elsbeth?
Are we talking before or after we used Gust of Wind on him, and then Ray of Frost, and then eventually he cracked open like a rotten egg and one of those spirits came out?
Right. I would say all that and the lead up, right?
Oh yeah, he also scratched Elspeth's neck
Okay.
after he was asking her personal questions.
Right.
So I definitely did not stab him.
Definitely not stabbing him. There's definitely not a gaping wound leaking with much internal bodily fluids. Right? Yep. And then, as you said something kind of interesting there, an interesting detail. He cracked open like an egg, and one of those spirits came out. When you say one of these spirits, to what are you referring?
The weird thing that was encountered on the train as well, that was possessing people and that was speaking about being the dreamer.
Okay. That's right. Back on the train, heading into town, these things, these creatures, or whatever they are, possessed individuals were encountered before, right? And one of them, popped open, and you saw this apparition kind of float out of the body. And one of you heard within your head, "We are the dark. We are the dreamers. Your world will be ours." Right? So that was kind of an interesting lead up to this adventure. So you now find yourselves in the home of Brendan Faywild. And what happens now? I guess I'll turn the time over to our good players. Let's see what you want to do next. There is another level of this house to explore. There is a top, and there is a basement. You might want to hunt around, look for answers, or whatever. What comes next?
I vote
Well-
we look around because I believe we explored the desk.
Okay.
Did we not?
Yeah,
Yes.
we had claimed some goodies from the room.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what was recovered?
I found some scrolls or spell book that is, I don't think, useful for anyone specifically here.
There were 4 instructional books.
Yes.
Entangle, Spirit Weapon, Dominate Monster, and Firestorm.
Okay.
And Elspeth took
The
the
Firestorm?
and the Dominate Monster since,
Okay.
And there were also... Oh, go ahead.
I just have down that I have a key. I have a key.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were
Yep.
also a bunch of papers in a language none of us read.
Okay. Right. You did find. So you found a spell book, which may or may not be of use. You found a key of some kind, and you found this stack of papers that had stuff scratched on them in a language that nobody seems to understand right here. Right.
Also, there was a bunch of paperwork from, I think, that was about the college or students at the college or something like that. Unless
Okay.
that was the scrawlings,
Yep.
but I don't think it was.
Yeah, you did find a manifest, and it was like a like admissions information and things like that. Looking through there, you see a series of names, and depending on how deeply you've looked into that so far.
He just took it. Elspeth just took it from Gilzaf and was going to examine that later.
Okay, you bet. All right. So yeah, outside the sun begins to set. It's about it's kind of, we'll say it's about early evening, right around there, 4:30, 5 o'clock ish. The house begins to kind of settle. You hear a subtle creaking here and there. Okay.
I'd like to kind of explore the rest of this house. Got
Okay.
a basement, as far as I know, up here.
Uh-huh.
One of these rooms.
Okay.
Take a look down there. while
So
we're
these
at it.
here,
Problem with resting with dead guys.
what's that?
Like, just wondering who here has a problem with resting in the same house as a dead guy. Before we explore.
I mean, we could drag his body out of the house. I don't mind. If
Okay, cool.
anything, I'll drag him back to his garden. He seemed to have been neglecting it in his time of possession.
Okay. Gonna let him fertilize the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justice might-
We're all like. Go ahead.
Justice might mind her daughter staying in a house with a dead guy.
That's true. She is out there in the apple orchard with that daughter.
Yes.
I'll drag his body out later then.
Yeah, I was only bringing it up before we go and exploring the rest of the house, just if we needed to impose a time limit to go get those rooms that the police station definitely bought up for us.
Oh, that's right.
Or that
Okay.
we can buy
Yeah,
using
I
our
mean-
black card.
So yeah, so he did give you that card. So if you need to place, accommodations, and you don't really get a sense that there's any kind of a time limit on that, or any kind of you have to check in at this time.
Explore. Go explore the rest of the house.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna take these stairs, whether it's upstairs or downstairs.
Okay. Yeah, those do lead up.
I'm gonna
Alright.
go with him.
Okay.
Because I think I saw them before.
Okay. All right, you got it. Headed upstairs. Anybody else going upstairs?
I think Elspeth is actually going to hang out on the couch and leaf through that folder full of college paperwork at the moment.
Okay, you got it. So you'll be able to
In
sit
that
down.
case-
It's kind of a comfy, cozy leather chair, or the couch. A
Yeah, the
nice,
couch.
it's a very velvety couch, very nice. And you begin kind of leafing through those admissions manifests.
I
Okay.
already checked out the bookcase in here. So
Okay.
I will Is this? Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Is that
So
clearly a door?
that is a door.
Okay, before following everyone upstairs, I'm going to check out what's behind that door.
Okay.
And if it's stairs going down, I'm not going to take them.
Okay.
Or up, whichever way the other stairs don't go.
Right. Okay. Let me double check.
As I thought about
Okay.
taking them, but then I decided not to.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Opening up that door.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it actually just opens up into a closet.
What is in said closet?
Let's see. Here we go.
Is there a skeleton?
Pop that open.
Boogeyman?
We can put a skeleton in that closet.
Right. Okay.
But
So yeah.
skeleton.
We got the precursor of a skeleton right in the other room.
Right. It looks like just the number of household items and such. It's kind of one of those closets that hasn't been organized in a while. They just kind of throw stuff in there as much as they can. You see what looks like some coats that are hanging on like a hanger. You see what looks like a couple of brooms, maybe a mop that's in there. There's a small shelf on which everything has been placed, like board games, cleaning supplies. It's completely unorganized.
Part about this sort of thing is no one remembers what's in it, and so they don't know if it's gone missing. Can I take an assortment of items?
What are the-
You sure can.
What are the odds that another broom closet would cause a death?
I'd have to look up those statistics. Right. All right. Let me see what you've got. If the page will load.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll follow everyone upstairs.
You got it.
I don't want to.
All right. So you find a glass jar containing a weird bit of flesh floating in pickling fluid.
Yum.
What?
Pickled
Yep.
flesh.
Pickled flesh, it looks like. You find a
Ew.
glass orb filled with moving smoke.
A board?
A glass orb filled with
Orb.
moving smoke. Mm-hmm. Seems to kind of react when you shake it. Instead of snowflakes, you see smoke moving around. And there's an inscription on it. It says Sharn, World's Fair.
Sharn World's Fair. Do I recognize Sharn World's Fair? Is that a thing that I would have gone to?
You've probably heard of the event. It's like a big to-do that takes place in Sharn. But that's about all that you know about it. Looks like it was a souvenir.
That's cool.
Yep.
Pocketing that. And the flesh jar. Gonna
And the
pocket
flesh jar.
Pickled flesh.
Yep. You also find find what looks like a rope necklace from which dangles 4 mummified elf fingers.
Ugh.
Definitely not be making wishes on any of those fingers. Nope.
Right? Thank
So-
you, Internet, for your random table generation.
I'm gonna pocket all of those things and then follow everyone upstairs.
You got it. Okay. All right, Elsbeth. So yeah, you can join your companions heading up the stairs. Elsbeth sitting on the couch, leafing through these manifests. You see what looks like it's kind of like this world equivalent of a database of students who have applied and their process, their application process, all those things. And you saw all of these. Basically, it follows each student from the time they applied to their credentials, their grades and whatnot, their background, their history, things that make them interesting, the whole college application process, and whether or not they were denied or accepted. And there's the groups that were denied, groups that were accepted, there's the groups that were set on the waiting list. And the strange thing is everything kind of checks out with your application. It was like a shining just like a shining report. You had all the cool credentials in place. yet for some reason, your name is circled and marked deny, and it's the only name that is in that manifest where there's actually been like somebody has gone in and actually written notes, anything of those things. And you draw this conclusion that whatever it was, you were purposefully denied entry into that Academy of Magic, even though you had really high marks and a really high chance of entering therein.
You're gonna have some thoughts on that later.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Good. Yeah, and that's about all that you can conclude from that. There's not much else there. It's up to you if you want to hang out on the couch and ponder that for a bit, or if you want to join companions headed upstairs.
She doesn't read that fast, so she's doing that while they're going upstairs.
You got it. Okay. All right, headed upstairs. Let me move players to that map. Give that a moment to load up. And if you could bring your tokens in right here where you can see the stairs.
I keep dragging the picture and not the name.
Oh,
yeah.
yep.
I was doing the exact same thing.
All right.
Would either of you mind if I was doing small talk chatter this entire time?
I think you would be doing it whether we mind it or not.
Yeah,
That is-
I'm not paying much attention.
But if I did, maybe you would tell me to shut up.
Well, if I mind it, I'll tell you to shut up.
Mhm.
Consider it happening. I'm terrible at actually small talk, so insert small talk here.
Right on.
You're getting like
Creeping up those
one-word
stairs.
responses.
Right? Yeah, kind of creeping up those stairs, and it's an older home. It kind of has that older home vibe. Did we let's see, Beluga, did you mention that your house was built like quite a while back? Did I hear that right?
Like
In
the
your
house,
life?
the house that I currently live in.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was built in the late 50s, early 60s.
Okay. So maybe a little older than that.
Okay.
I think, it might feel, but it has that old vibe to it. It's just kind of like you step up the stairs and it's just lots of creaks, right? Lots of echoey, hardwood floors and things like that. Plaster up on the walls, all those things. I used to live in a house like that was built in like 1946, and that's kind of what I thought of when I was laying out this map. So yeah, creeping up those stairs, there's creak, and there's 4 doors that are ahead of you. Here, at the end of the hall here, and here. There appears to be a small closet door here.
I'm gonna just go up to like the nearest one here
Okay.
and test to see if the door is locked.
Okay. The door is not locked, and it's kind of one of those old metal doorknobs. It's got lots of little intricate designs on it. Kind of maybe like just like Eberron Deco-ish.
All right. Well, let's prepare for any other surprises.
Okay.
I'll click the door or turn the knob and open the door gently.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a quick perception check. Quick.
Oh. Woo, Lord. 24.
24. Okay. And then let me see. Okay. Was it? Sorry, I should have. It was a 24 active perception. Was your passive an 18 or was it a 16?
My passive is an 18.
18. Okay. So your AC must be 16.
Correct.
Okay. Good. I took all those.
My armor class is 18.
It is 18.
Yep.
Okay. And your passive perception is 18.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Did you put something on, or did you level up?
Well, we leveled up not too long ago.
Okay, that might be what it is then.
Yeah, at the end of the
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah. So as you move that doorknob, you can you're pretty
Oh.
sure that you hear.
You want to know what it is, DM?
Uh-huh.
I got a shield in the last game.
Okay. Hi. All right, I got you.
My AC's at 18, not 16.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, good enough. Yeah, so as you move that doorknob, you're pretty sure that you hear it echo on the other side. Is it the other, the room on the other side just kind of likely has a lot of surfaces and whatnot that sound will echo off of. It's kind of a squeaky doorknob, and you just kind of get the sense that it's just about it's a very audible noise to you, and you kind of get that sense that it would be difficult to, in this kind of a house, might be difficult to hide your sounds that you make. Popping that open, you peer through, and it looks like a bathroom
with a toilet in the right place.
Ooh,
with a toilet in the right place.
Bougie, look at that. Actually, nice.
Right, and it's not bad. It's, as you kind of glance over, it looks like it's pretty well clean until you look at the sink, and the sink just kind of looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while. There's just kind of a nastiness about it.
Does it look like? I mean, like everything else in this house has been like long, far neglected. Is it just like a natural like mold buildup, or is it like somebody actively dirtied this sink with like washing hands or washing it?
Yeah. It looks like it's been used recently, and it was actively dirtied. It looks kind of like maybe blood or something like that. Like maybe somebody washed something in the sink and something bloody. Hard to say.
Can I recall whether or not Brandon had like blood or like if he was dirtied at all besides just like his normal unkept self?
Before by stabbing him and shooting him with spells?
Well,
before all that?
Did all that.
Yeah. The biggest thing that stands out is that stood out to you, and the rest of you might have noticed this too. Now that you think about it, was just the body odor. Like he stunk. Like it'd been a little while since he had bathed, which doesn't make sense since this house is fully furnished with a magical powered bathtub with magic running water.
So I'll turn back to my crew that followed me up. I don't know if I'm on the money on this or not, but there may be another person here. If this sink, like, can I feel inside the sink, like if it's still wet almost, like it was recently washed?
Yeah.
Or used? So
yeah, looks like there was something recent. There's still like water kind of dripping down the sink a little bit, like someone recently washed there. It's water, like so you see that like drips with water.
I'll drag my scaly fingers across the wet surface and hold it up to Fist and Gilzaf and kind of move it in between my fingers, give it a sniff, flick my tongue in and out, and say, this has recently been used, and I don't think Brandon or whatever his name was the one to have used this. We should stay on the lookout just in case there's another person in here or not.
DM, did you say there were more doors up here?
Yeah. There are more doors.
Can't tell which ones are doors and not.
Yeah. So a door here. There's a door here. Yeah, all those spots are doors.
I wasn't sure
if
that's what the yellow meant or not.
And then there's a small spot right here.
Closet.
I'd like to look in this door then.
All right.
Is this like a storage closet here in the bathroom?
That is a closet. Yeah.
All right. I'll peek in there while it goes off.
And I'll take one for the team and lift up the lid of the toilet to see if it has been recently used. I can't smell.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The lid of the toilet. It looks like the toilet is pretty darn clean. Pretty spotless. Looks like there's a small layer of dust about. It hasn't been used in a while.
Somebody pulled a double decker.
Right. Xylek popping open that closet. It's got some normal things you might find within a bathroom closet, but there's also some kind of a large form that's wrapped up in cloth.
Fist, you may want to come back here.
I probably already opened that door by the time he said that, so let's look and see what's in there first before I turn around.
Okay. Pop open that one for you. Okay. So this room is empty except for a single chest, like an armoire chest there on the northern wall. There's 3 windows, and the light kind of shines through on the western side. And then to the south, there is that bay window where the light kind of shines, so you can kind of see the countryside just out and the windows beyond.
All right. With nothing blatantly in my view, I'll head back to see what Xylek wanted.
And I'll cast light to shine it onto the bundled shape in the bottom of this closet.
Okay.
Get a better light, better look at it.
Okay.
I can assist you with your investigation if you would like to investigate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Assist.
Okay.
Okay.
Having a look at this bundled shape, and it looks humanoid. It's wrapped up in sheets and whatnot. Okay. And you're gonna run an investigation check.
Yeah. I think.
And I'll tap your shoulder and grant you guidance.
Good. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. 24.
All right. Good roll.
Oh, dog.
All right. You uncover the body of what looks like somebody from the City Watch. Investigator class. A detective or somebody like that. They still have their uniform on. Still in their hand. They are clutching an immense dagger. It looks like they were killed by a slash to the neck, and allowed to bleed out. The other thing that strikes you is that this person looks like absolute GQ. They don't really. I mean, you can't really. It could be a male, it could be female, it could be somewhere in between. But they look dashing. They look like chiseled and gorgeous, like beyond elven. It's they just have that look. They're just
to clarify, you said that this person is bleeding out, that they're not dead?
No, it's how they were killed. They were killed from a slash to the neck.
So
they bled out. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Does the blood surrounding that wound look like the blood in the sink? Says the robot who doesn't know what human blood looks like.
Right. The color matches when you look at the two. It looks like they kind of match.
These are the same thing.
Yep.
Say out loud.
Is the dagger he's holding, is it bloodied?
It's not. No, it doesn't show any signs of any kind of wound that it inflicted or anything like that.
Rifle through his pockets for identification.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'll just under my breath, I'll speak a few words in Draconic. It's a short prayer to the nature god of this realm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
21 for investigation, looking for identification, which also includes cash money, which can identify him or them.
You bet. Okay. Yeah, the pockets are completely empty. Looks like somebody might have gotten here before you.
This person is identityless. And
apparently, identityless and cashless. Other than their uniform, that's about the only clue that gives away who they are. Somebody from the City Watch, somebody from like that detective agency or that investigative branch, and they're just gorgeous. It just kind of strikes you. The only place you've seen that before was back at the precinct. You kind of think about it, and Mystere kind of looked like that as well. Just kind of had that look about her, that kind of striking beauty a little bit. So yeah, that's about all that identifies. What's that?
Sorry, are there features like similar in that, like they're related, or just that they have the same sort of beauty about them?
Probably the same sort of beauty. They don't necessarily look related. I wouldn't say like matching. I wouldn't say matching colors and and facial shapes or anything like that.
Her cousin sibling died. Woof.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're related, but maybe of the same, like, I don't know, same caste or same species, whatever they are. They just look like a really good looking human. It's kind of like supermodel human. Both Mystere and this corpse share that trait, I guess.
Man, I wish that was a playable race, supermodel.
We should write that up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll have like a disclaimer.
Right. And that's what you find there. The rest of the place, it looks like everything has been almost like the bathroom. It kind of occurs to you putting two and two together. The rest of the place, you kind of get a sense the place has just been cleaned, except for that sink.
Can I remove the dagger from the corpse? I'll hand it to Gilzaf. In case you need
Thank you. I'm just a little merchant, so I don't carry a weapon. And I'm gonna pocket it next to my stolen police short sword.
Okay. Now the dagger, well, it might not be. It doesn't give off the vibe of being magical. It looks gorgeous. It's extremely finely crafted. This is not a City Watch, even like in the upper tier or whatever. This is not a City Watch issued weapon. It's got lots of little intricate designs on it, and just a beautifully crafted weapon.
Any like unique etchings in it, like something that would identify like its maker or like its owner?
Yeah. Absolutely. There's writing about the blade and about the hilt, but it seems to be a language that nobody seems to understand. Give me a quick Gilzaf, since you asked, give me a quick, we'll do like just an intelligence check.
Well, intelligence is not my dump stat this time.
Right?
I did still roll low. So 7.
Okay. 7. You've seen this before somewhere. You're not sure where though. It's kind of slipped in your memory.
I'm gonna say that out loud. This writing seems familiar. Does anybody else remember? And I'm gonna show it to Fitz and Xylek.
What did you need to roll for that?
It was just an intelligence
and
roll.
Just a straight intelligence roll. I am not good at that, but I will give it a go. Oh, an 18.
Okay.
I'm gonna
sweet
hand on Xylek. I've seen him do that. Apparently it gives guidance.
There you go. All right, 18 plus guidance plus wannabe guidance, right?
18 plus guidance is 22.
Okay. All right, yeah, and it's just putting 2 and 2 together in your mind. You've seen this before. This writing. You start looking at the characters, and it matches the style of writing, the language that you found on the scratched pieces of paper that you found, and that language that nobody seems to recognize. It's in the same language.
It's the same language as the scratchings that we had found. The scratched.
Right.
And we found that here, right?
You did find that here. Found it downstairs. Brendan, we're pretty sure Brendan Feywild was writing those papers, whatever they were.
It doesn't have any blood on it, so it's. I'm no police investigator, but Unless he washed the murder weapon.
Yeah, it's
Don't sink. I don't think this is the murder weapon.
yeah, it's clean, and it's just being clutched in their hand, and their hand is, rigor mortis is set in, so there's a pretty tight grip on that blade. You kind of got to peel it out. It has a matching sheath at this individual's belt, and the sheath kind of matches the quality and the craftsmanship of the blade. It's gorgeous.
And look, now I have a matching belt, and that guy doesn't have a belt holding up his pants.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't need it.
They don't need it. Okay. You kind of get a sense you've covered the bathroom pretty well. That's about all there is to discover there. It's been, bloody sink. Everything else is pretty spotless. A small layer of dust. Hasn't been used in a while. Strange dead body in the closet.
I'd like to go back in here and look inside this.
Okay.
I'll provide support.
Okay. All right. Yeah, popping that open. So as I said, the room was empty. There's no furniture in there at all. The floor looks like it had been swept, but there was a gathering of dust upon it. This chest looks like it was once used to hold belongings. You find a couple of pieces of linen in there. What looks like maybe a sweatshirt and a pair of trousers.
And that's it? That's all?
That's about it. So whatever happened in this room, it looks like maybe you kind of get a sense that maybe somebody was in this room at one time, then moved out. There's a pair of trousers and a sweatshirt in that chest.
All right.
They look like they would fit the guard.
The guard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like maybe it was the guard who used to live here.
Okay. The individual who was when you say the guard, which guard?
The one that we found in the bathroom. I'm just wondering
Okay,
if
yeah.
he got annoyed because his roommate wasn't cleaning his dishes, so he stabbed him before he went to work.
Right. Yeah, you'd have to check. You'd have to see you're pretty sure it looks like they'd be about the same size. They are tailored trousers, so there's an exact size that they were going for with those trousers. But they do look like they would fit.
This character is a little bit more aware of other people's feelings than my last character, and so I do think that Fist might have a problem with me attempting to dress up a dead body, so I'm not going to check this time.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Growth. All right. I'm going to try this door here.
Okay. Which one? Sorry. The
one that I'm standing in front of.
Okay.
He wants that one.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll do the same thing as I did before. I'll test the door first, open it.
Okay.
If it's open, then I'll open it slowly.
Okay. Yeah, it's not locked.
Guidance.
Guidance. Hand on the shoulder, guidance.
Silvery
All right,
bars.
pop that open. Right.
A challenge.
Yes. Cool. Did that open up for y'all? Did that open up
Not
for y'all?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, one sec.
Oh,
Open up. Open up.
Open, says me.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, looks like a bedroom. Stepping in, there's a carpet on the floor. There's a large bookshelf on the wall here. A bed, a nightstand, and a chair. On the nightstand sits what looks like a lit candle, and looks like a small book, and a big bright blue stone that kind of gleams in the light that comes through the window there.
I'm going to not go into the room right away. I'm going to go to the part of the stairs in which it opens up into the bottom place.
Okay.
And, I'm going to loudly whisper Elspeth's name to come see that there's, or like notify you that there's we found a stone.
Okay.
Elspeth.
Sorry. Yep.
Elspeth yells back, "That's wonderful. What do you want me to do about it?"
I just thought you'd be interested in knowing.
What, you want it broken? I'll be up.
I just figured you would want to know, like, whether or not you would do anything, but that way
Right.
you don't sit down there oblivious.
Y'all have like 1 to 2 minutes before Elspeth shows up and starts dropping damage on the rock, so make it count.
All right.
So I'll just kind of give a sniff to the air, flick my tongue in and out. Yeah, you got it, Janet. Oh, hold on, actually. Do this. You guys continue.
Okay.
I'll come in as well and also like look around. This looks like a main bedroom.
Mhm.
So I'll look around for more evidence of neglect. Also, has this room been used?
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, a couple things. So the room itself looks like it's been inhabited fairly recently.
Okay.
The sheets are a little bit kind of messed up a little bit. There's items that are that have been kind of placed here and there. You know how when you clean a room, everything is just kind of set, everything's in order, right? But somebody goes in there and they kind of live in there for a minute or two. Things kind of things get set out or whatever. There's evidence of foot traffic on the recent foot traffic on the floor. There's items kind of left out here and there, and no real settling of the dust like you see in the rest of the house. Let's see. Who's in the room? We have Gilzaf. Are you peeking in that closet?
No, I just moved into the room to like look and see if it was. Sorry, that's where I placed my character. Probably
Okay.
like more like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, and that's kind of observing things generally. You kind of see somebody's kind of hung out here recently and pretty regularly, it looks like.
Unless Xylek, since you're back, you were gonna do something.
I was pretty much just gonna try and sniff at the air, see if there was any sign of a person or an extra entity here in this room, especially now hearing that this room looks lived in.
Okay. Yeah. No evidence of anybody there now, but it looks like this was a bedroom at some point. Let's see. Gilzaf and Xylek. As you kind of look around the room, you can kind of see the table, the nightstand that this gem is sitting on, along with the candle and the book. It looks a little odd. It doesn't really match the decor, and it's a little difficult because I might have to roll for it, but because neither of you would really know what decor should match if anyone's going for a particular style. As we left our other players who might be up on design trends in the hallway, but you do notice there's something peculiar about that piece of furniture, that stand.
I'm gonna zoom in on that. I'm gonna toss the book onto the bed, and I don't really want to pick up the Lucidia stone. Have we picked them up before?
I don't think so.
I think the last one we picked up was when Elspeth picked it up with a lightning lasso and hucked it at a wall.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to touch it because no one's touched it yet. So I don't know if that happened.
Okay.
So I will use one of my psychic daggers to like shove it also onto the bed.
Okay.
And
sure.
And then I will investigate the entirety of this piece of furniture. You said there was something else on the
A candle,
a candle,
a lit candle. Mhm.
a lit candle.
Yep.
How long has it been going? Is it
Having a look at that, the candle is probably about 4 inches tall, with a moderate amount of wax meltage down below. So, not a brand new candle, but not a completely used up candle either.
like it has been lit clearly like Max welted, or like it has been lit in the past?
It's has been lit, and it currently is lit. It's currently it's currently kind of flickering in the sunlight there.
That's something.
Mm-hmm. There's a moderate amount of sunlight coming through that window right there.
Gills,
And,
correct me if I'm wrong, but if there's daylight shining in through the windows here, why would you need to light it? Wouldn't you have a good amount of sunlight just from the day shining in through the window?
Yeah, like I can't see in the dark. So I need candles lit at night because the sun isn't out. But when the sun is out, I don't need candles. It's weird.
Let me try something. I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy and snuff out the...
Okay. All right. Yeah. A quick gust of wind envelops the candle. It goes out.
On it all?
I don't know. That's just something about that whole thing seems weird. Here, give me a second. I'll go up to Gilzaf and I'll cast guidance on them.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation or perception check and give them. I'll aid them as well. Can I do both?
Okay.
I aid them and cast guidance, so they essentially get the plus D4 and advantage.
Concentration? I think guidance is concentration.
Guidance is, yeah.
Like the
Okay.
aid spell, or
No.
Making you move well.
Give the,
oh,
give
like
them
the aid
advantage.
action.
Like
Gotcha.
give the help action.
Yeah.
Oh well, I
Okay.
guess it's
Right.
2 different actions. Never mind.
But
Yeah.
but guidance. How long does guidance last for? Because if it's more than
A
one
minute.
action,
Yeah, it
Mhm.
lasts for a minute. So yeah, we'll do that.
so I
Okay.
get
Boom, boom, boom.
advantage and a D4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the advantage also work for the guidance?
No. It's only for D20 rolls.
I rolled this dice before I even decided what I was gonna do. So I am going to very carefully, and stealthily look at this piece of furniture and
Mhm.
see what strikes me as so standing out about it.
Sure.
Is there any hidden catches? Are there any locks that I can pick? Are there any traps?
Okay. You bet. Okay. Yeah.
Does it look like it was made a million years
You-
ago?
Right. Okay. It does look very old. It's very intricate. Lots of just different the style, I guess you could say, is just doesn't fit the rest of the decor of the house. It kind of so it stands out in that right. It's very dark. There are lots of intricate little lines that move about it, that move and shape and form different designs. And there's a door on the front of this nightstand, almost like a small cabinet. So it has like a door that could be opened.
I am going to open the door.
Okay. The first thing you notice when your hands make contact with the latch for the door, the moment that happens, the candle lights up again.
Oh.
Well, this is cool. Wait. I don't have the ability to just wait. No, I'm metal. So I'm going to let go of the drawer. I'm going to pinch out the frame, and then I'm going to touch it again to see if it happens again.
Okay, pitching out the candle, and then touching the door latch again.
Mhm.
Sure enough, the candle lights up again.
Well, this is exciting.
Mhm.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Well, we can at least get an idea that whoever else was here had used this cabinet,
Mhm.
right? Because if you touch it, light turns on. The light was already on when we walked in the room. Whoever
Mhm.
was in here had used this cabinet.
Take the candle, and I'm gonna put it on the floor, like in its
Little
little.
problem. Little problem when you try to do that. The candle doesn't seem to move.
Ooh, okay, so it's attached. Maybe this is so that you know if somebody is. Maybe this is the special cool cabinet to let you know silently, but also really glaringly in the middle of the night if somebody is trying to break into here.
Yeah.
Okay, I will ignore that problem for right now
Okay.
and open the
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 cabinet
drawer,
door.
the
Okay.
cabinet door.
Open up the cabinet door.
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
Opening
I
up
put
that cabinet door.
the
Uh-huh.
book and the stoner on the bed.
Okay. All right. All right. So you see a couple things when you open up the cabinet door. On the lower shelf, there's two shelves inside this cabinet. The lower shelf seems to contain a couple of personal effects: a box of Kleenex, a couple of pens or quills for writing, and a copy of How to Win Friends and Influence All Kinds of People, the Eberron edition.
I'm gonna pocket that book.
You
Not
bet.
books in this series.
Um,
The upper level of that shelf. Sorry, go ahead.
that's what I was gonna ask. What's on the next level?
Okay. The upper level of that shelf is just kind of it looks like black smoke. You're looking into what looks like a void of black smoke.
I am not magical. I'm going to step away and point this out to my room occupant mates. That's weird, and I don't like it.
Okay.
It's similar smoke to the smoke that was like a
Oh.
spirit thingy coming out of smoke spirit thingy coming out of the bodies that have
Not so much. I wouldn't say it's anything like that. It doesn't look like any kind of an apparition or anything like that, or any kind of similar, uh, no like ecto smoke or whatever they emanate.
come hide in here.
Okay. Yeah. You don't. You just kind of. It's just weird. It's like black smoke. You're just kind of looking into a void of black smoke when you look up at that upper level of that shelf.
Does either of you want to like investigate that? That is not me.
I'll take a look.
Magic.
Okay.
Can I do like an Arcana? God.
Arcana check would work.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Or do we have? All right, we'll just do. I will grant myself guidance.
Okay.
Do Arcana. Oh, good. Good. It's a 17 plus 1, so 18 total.
Okay. So this looks to you like something that is used to for magical transport. Transmutation magic is dripping with transmutation magic. Looks like something that is used to. I mean, you're pretty sure you're looking into a portal to someplace else.
Wow.
Good thing I didn't touch it.
I will relay this information to the party.
Okay.
I've only ever heard of this type of magic before. This is my first time seeing it in person.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take like one of the random books on the bookshelf
Mm-hmm.
and bring it over and plop it into this void space.
Sure.
See if we can tell. I'll see what the book is first, and
Mhm.
then plop it in so that if I see it somewhere else around the house, I'll know where it's at.
Okay.
Or it is.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of a choose your own adventure book. The Eberron equivalent of that. Apparently, it's a childhood book collection of Brendan Faywell's. maybe one of his favorites when he was young. Taking that book and just kind of putting it into that veil of smoke, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it kind of feels just like you're just setting a book inside that it sits within that smoky area. You can kind of the smoke kind of clears a little bit, and you can kind of see the inner space of that shelf, and you kind of set that book down on that shelf. It just kind of sits there.
Is the candle on?
Oh. Oh.
It's not gone. It's there. Yeah, so it just kind of sits there with the door open, and it's it just kind of sits there in the smoke.
This is a little bit beyond my
I'm gonna close the door.
Schoolhouse then.
Okay, Silent or Gilzap closing the door.
Close the door, and then I'm gonna open it again.
Okay. All right. The candle flickers as you close the door, and then goes back to a still flame. Opening up the door, you see that book is gone.
Ah. Okay. Well, I don't exactly know what this does for us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So putting two and two together, it feels like this is used to transport something to another place. Okay. And then so we have strange writings, things of that nature. It's possible that this might have been used as some kind of communications mechanism. Somebody was writing letters to somebody in the beyond, and possibly sending this contraption to those places.
So you've got mail.
Teleportation stone, so that way we can stick, like, for instance, Xylek can turn into a really, really tiny creature. We can stick him in there, see where it goes, and then he can teleport back to us to let us know.
I mean, that's definitely an idea, but we haven't really gotten a chance to rest since the train ride, and I haven't really gotten back my ability to do that today.
Yeah, you couldn't do that for a while.
Well, it was also something that freaking lady did to me too. I don't know what it was. Like, it halted my ability to shapeshift a wild shape, but I was able to do it a little bit afterward.
Okay. So it wasn't permanent.
Oh. I don't know. It was very strange, but I'd have to take a rest before I can wild shape again.
Okay. Yeah, and you feel like you can. It's kind of come back to you a little bit. You feel like you can use that ability again if you wanted to. That's kind of that memory has restored. But
yeah, I did that already.
Yep.
On the train ride, on the rest of the train ride, I turned back into a big. Not basset hound, mastiff.
Right.
And, slept like a puppy.
Okay. Yep. All right. Gilzap, any other ideas? What you want to do?
Good find. You can always relay this information back to the police or the guard.
Okay.
If we can fit this table in my pocket, we can relay it manually back. But I want to look at the book that was on the table, not the stone. I'm not touching that. That's weird.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I put it on the bed, so just I want to see what it is, what it's written.
Okay.
I
you
think
can look through that.
I think as you're heading to do that, or right about then, is when a ray of frost goes between, or comes out of the hallway directly at the stone.
All right, you got it.
Yelp and attempt to take the book
You-
and me off the bed.
You weren't in any danger. You're short. You're.
I'm aware.
I had some idea when I saw the directional marker appear.
Yeah, it's still Gilzap was unprepared for that. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's a jump scare. This immense ray of frost beams right past you, and it just shatters this this Lucidia stone. The pieces kind of glimmer for a little bit on the bed, and they kind of go out. The light just kind of fades from them. Okay.
Stone's fixed.
Stone's fixed. The book contains a series of what looks like a series of numbers, things like that, and then also what looks like shipping manifest, things, stuff of that nature. It looks like shipments from different regions roundabout. One of the main ports that hit the Corvair, and then shipments going directly into Fairhaven, and from Fairhaven going out to the regions roundabout. What they are, what they're shipping, hard to say. That's what you're able to discern. And then there's a series of numbers. Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
am going to note all of those things down in my memory for reasons. And then show the book around in case anybody else wants it. I feel bad for pocketing everything.
Okay.
But then also I want to point out to Elspeth the cool table that we found that makes things disappear. We don't know where to.
Right.
That doesn't sound like something you should be playing with. But Elspeth does actually have a history with navigator's tools and assorted boat type objects, so she would, I believe, have an interest in leafing through that book.
Okay.
To leaf through.
Mm-hmm.
I know all of this information now.
Okay. Yeah. And looking through that, it just looks like shipping manifests, and then there's rows and rows and rows of numbers. There's one. Let me see. You might give me a quick investigation check, Elspeth.
Guidance.
Are we doing the guidance on that?
Yeah, I'm standing right next to you. If I notice that you're trying to specifically look at or investigate or like focus your attention on something, I'll be there to support you.
Then I guess that makes it a 13.
Okay. All right. It looks like these are the shipping manifests. They're leading to what looks like a warehouse. Let's see here. It looks like it's some kind of a warehouse, a textiles factory located in the industrial district of the Eastway Ward in Fairhaven. This coincides with one of the names that you were all asked to investigate. But it looks like that warehouse is also some kind of a shipping hub for whatever it is they're moving about. There's another piece of information that comes through, and it looks like Neilford Ward. And that's it. Neilford Ward. Nealford. Ward.
Is that can I roll history or something to see if that's a name I know?
Yeah, you bet. It won't be hard.
Well, it's a 17.
Yeah, pretty. It's familiar to you. The Neilford Ward is actually kind of an upper class. Among other places, it houses like upper class housing. Really nice apartments, beautiful penthouses, things like that. It's kind of a luxury spot in Fairhaven. Okay.
You said the other thing of the factory was in the Eastway Ward?
Yes, in the Eastway Ward.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the people or one of the places we're supposed to check out, isn't it, Elspeth?
Like there's a guy who doesn't have a residence.
To
that's where his
Tobias
factory is?
Gravenmore.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to not sit on the bed anymore because there's bits of Lucidia stone on it, and I'm going to sit on this lovely little armchair that I'm definitely not going to fish around the seats.
Pocket change.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice leather chair.
I wasn't going to fish around the seats for pocket change.
It feels like whoever this is probably like this might have been Brendan Faywold's reading chair. Looks like he would sit here and read.
Pocketbooks.
Yep. And with that, we have Fist and Elsbeth hanging out in the hallway, or not? Elsbeth stepping into the room.
Elsbeth went inside with the whole book and everything.
I want to check out this room.
Okay.
Yeah, all the rooms.
All right. Popping open that door. There we go.
I'll be checking out this room while everything in this room is going on, just for like, I haven't just been standing out in this hall this whole time.
Right. Okay. Yeah. This looks like another fairly unoccupied room. There's a bed, a desk, a chest. The bed has been stripped of its bedding.
Okay.
Of the sheets and whatnot. And you just kind of get the sense that at some point there were more people that lived in this house, and they aren't here anymore. Let me see. Fist.
Yes.
Passive perception. I have that as. You can probably tell me before I can. I gotta flip pages.
14.
14. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, you're kind of looking at that, and you think you feel something beneath your like there's a shift in the boards beneath your feet, kind of like almost like a vibration that you feel, which seems kind of strange. It's like everything's kind of happening in this room here. But Fist, your senses just kind of pick up on something happening behind you. Something's causing the vibration to move through the floor. It seems to be coming from behind you.
All right, I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah. Turn around, you see movement in the hallway right about here. A figure seems to moves into the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out.
Do I notice that if they've gone past me at all?
Yes, you do. You do notice that. You're a little bit occupied with. Let's put the dice. Okay, you're fairly occupied with what's happening in that room, but you do kind of feel like a commotion behind you. And you turn around, and you see a figure duck into that bathroom, and you hear and see Fist kind of bolt down the hall to look inside that room. Turning that corner, you see standing before you just this gruesome figure of the corpse. Now stands on 2 feet, gaping wound open from their neck, and they're just kind of a rancid sight. Their store, their clothes, it's all messed up. They look kind of undead. They move a little bit like they're undead, and they just leap at you when they grab a token.
Okay.
The second I saw that movement go into the bathroom, I'd hiss to my two comrades in the room behind them.
Alrighty, you got it.
And try to get their attention.
Okay.
Is that your high school picture, Jason?
I just kind of found it on the internet. We'll see what I can do. I like the hairstyle. All right. So it immediately tries to swipe at you. Give me a quick. You see it coming. Give me a quick dexterity saving throw. Fist.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. 15.
Okay. All right. So you swipe. It just kind of comes right at you and just kind of tries to swipe at you. You're able to quickly move back out of the way just in time. Maybe you're able to use the door, kind of swing it, and or whatever it is, you feel this. You feel it in your feet. You feel this impact on the walls, the plaster and the wood and the beams of the house. It creates this massive hole, kind of like right about here, as it tries to hit you. We are in combat. Let's roll for initiative. Let me clear the turn order just real quick. Give me 1 second.
You're gonna want to exit out of the turn order, and oh, never mind. It's good. It's good.
Did that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll for initiative if you would. Serious. Alrighty. Okay. Elsbeth, from all the way back in the bedroom, leaps over 2 companions and strikes at the creature first before anybody.
Wait, hold on.
Right?
You don't have Xylek in the initiative.
Okay. Yeah, Xylek, do you want to select your character and say add turn?
You have to do it as
your
the DM.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Should show up there.
And then you can put in your...
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. And I'll put that in setting order. All right. Elsbeth, spry and on the spot. What will you do? Go ahead and you can move. Move your character where you want to be there.
So can I see this zombie from where I am?
It's kind of hard to have line of sight. These doors are. It's a bit of a tight space. Xylek's kind of in your way, but you can tell kind of where they are. So I wouldn't say you have like a direct line of sight right here.
Okay.
What I'll do, since it's such a tight space, I'll say that if you can get to like say this spot here, then you should be able to see your opponent here, since this doorway kind of takes up like half of the space here.
Well, Fist is also short, so that's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fist is dwarf size.
Yep.
So I should just
This
be able
is
to
Dwarven.
I'm
shoot
not
over
too-
her head.
I think Elspeth
Yep.
is the only one that's not like of a short stature.
I don't. Xylek
I'm
probably
big.
isn't.
I'm tall, but I'm skinny and
Got it.
Mhm.
I was picturing him
Okay.
as just like a tiny lizard.
Me and Xylek actually like weigh the same. He's just tall and thin, while I'm short and stocky.
I think that given the circumstances, Elspeth is going to exercise. I don't know if caution's the word, but just
would
move
be a
through that
first.
space.
Attack Elspeth as a
It would be.
Okay.
Elspeth attacks herself as a doppelganger? Yes, sure.
No.
Sure.
Size caution. I'm attacking you because you're clearly not Elspeth.
Oh, okay, that's also fair. I was gonna say there was another game I was playing where I stabbed myself in the head to do boss damage, so it was fine. But
Fuck.
I think we're just gonna do ye old firebolt on this guy because it's not on a bed, which is why she didn't firebolt the stone, because she
Okay.
didn't want to set the bed covers on fire.
Uh-huh.
But dead things can get firebolts for fun.
You bet. All right. Kind of reaching over Fist's head.
Yeah, trying not to
With
scorch her
tentacles?
braids.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Is that a 15 to hit?
Sure is.
All right. Okay. Good. So that you're able to maneuver through there, stepping between your companions, reaching out and quickly reacting with that firebolt. It is a direct hit on this creature.
It does 10 fire damage.
All right. Okay, 10 points fire damage. It shoots through the air, travels that 5 feet, and just buries itself into this creature, singeing its front and kind of burning it. Doesn't look so attractive anymore. Those beautiful golden locks and that high-rise flat top are looking a little worse for the wear at the moment.
And I believe Elspeth will sort of establish that she's done what her part was and will in fact move into this room to clear space for others to get into combat.
Okay. You got it.
Speaking of which, Gilzaf is others.
Right. And we shall pass the turn to Gilzaf.
I don't think that I can get within... Yeah, because I am 1, 2, 3, 15, 20, 25, 30, so I'd only be able to get to here as far as attacking range.
Okay.
So I will actually just... Can I stand here?
Yeah, that's within your movement. And then...
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, Elspeth has room to come back in.
Oh.
If she
Okay.
wants.
You know you can throw your blades, right?
Daggers, I don't have a short... Thank you.
Yeah, you have brain knives that you just fling.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. While I am...
And they've got a 60-foot range, so...
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
While I'm standing here, underneath Xylex's legs, because that's how I'm moving through space, I'm just like, excuse me, pardon me. I will, Fist, are you wearing a skirt? Or do you have space between your legs?
I have space between my legs.
I will definitely attempt to stop him from being able to move forward by flinging Psychic Dagger at his legs, through legs.
Okay. All right.
And then I will into my turn, moving my character there so that I remember where it is.
Okay. It's a bit of a trick shot. Go ahead and put it to the roll. Maybe a little bit of an increased AC, but we'll see what happens here.
I will attempt not to hit you.
Okay.
It's a 10.
Okay. All right. With a
I
psychic,
rolled really terribly.
okay, psychic dagger, it materializes, and actually, well, is there any kind of a description on the psychic dagger? Can you kind of look at how that works real quick?
My flavor for it is that I just like shoot it out of like the palm of my hand usually.
Gotcha.
But it says you can manifest your psionic power as shimmering blades of psychic energy. Whenever you take the attack action, you can manifest a psychic blade with your free hand and make the attack with that blade. This magic blade is a simple melee weapon with the finesse and thrown properties. It has a normal range of 60. On a hit, it deals psychic damage equal to this. The blade vanishes immediately after it hits or misses its target and leaves no mark on its target if it deals damage.
Okay.
And I can make an attack using my bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, you got it. Okay, and then one other piece. Fist, give me a quick perception check at disadvantage.
Perception check, disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of look to build the story real quick.
The damage would be
Okay.
That will be an 8.
Okay, good. All right, so a couple things happen here. It is a miss. In a perfect world, Gilzaf, you would have time to tap Fist on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, are you wearing a skirt? I'm just going to try to mosey right around here. I'm going to kind of reach a hand underneath.
Yeah.
Don't worry, just be still. I'm going to take a moment so I can..." Unfortunately, there's not much time for any of that kind of conversation. So reaching your hand between the ankles of your companion, Fist, you immediately feel some kind of emotion down there and immediately react because it's a combat situation. You move very quickly. You kind of jolt very quickly, moving Gilzaf's hand, and the psychic blade emits directly from Gilzaf's hand, obliterating the sink in a hail of blood and fury.
evidence, man.
Had our rolls been a little higher, there would have been more precision, more precise combat mechanics, and greater awareness, and Fist would have been like, "Yep, that's how we work together." But In the coming day, there will be more time for training together as a group, and we'll be able to coordinate these moves, these trick shots between the ankles, right?
I can do it again as a bonus action, but seeing as that would miss, I don't want to accidentally hit fist.
Okay.
So instead, I'm just gonna bonus action hide.
Okay. Okay. Looking to find the nook or cranny in the hallway.
Yeah, like I believe I'm standing in a doorway, so like kind of like instead of like out in the hallway, just kind of like more in the doorway.
Okay. Yeah, you can both through that. You can saunter kind of through that
not,
causeway there.
Yeah, like I'm not like in the room, but.
Okay, you got it. Very cool. Okay, and with that, we'll pass the turn to Xylic.
All right. I'm going to grab my holy symbol, launch it forward in my hand, and I cast Sacred Flame. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
You got it.
16.
Okay, it is an 18.
All right, so it passes.
Okay.
That's that.
Okay. So yeah, being that, it reacts quickly, and it just kind of moves in an inhuman manner.
That was my action. Oh, that was a cantrip. Bonus action. Oh, does anyone? Nobody looks hurt right now, do they?
Elspeth is still hurt from earlier, but that's a different issue.
Right. Well, if that's the case, as a bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word to Elspeth. That is going to be 7 points of healing.
Okay.
And that's that.
All right.
Elspeth looks surprised, but grateful.
I just kind of like murmur and gurgle under my breath, my incantation, frustrated that my initial assault missed.
All right. All right, it is good. We'll pass the turn to Fist.
Alrighty. I am going to make an unarmed strike. And sorry, I'm just trying to remember what I can do. Okay. Let's make an unarmed strike. Ah! Ooh, that's a 19 on the dice plus 6.
Yeah. That's a solid hit.
Alright.
Looking at a 25 to hit. Excellent. What is the damage on that?
Oof. Minimum damage of 4.
Okay.
And I'm going to do an unarmed strike as a bonus action as well.
Okay. And that was with your fist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the bludgeoning damage seem to be doing a normal amount of damage?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it does seems to be pretty yeah.
Okay.
It does.
So I will make another unarmed strike. Oof. That will probably miss. Well, probably definitely miss. That's an 8.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so your first hit, you knew exactly. It was a quick thought. You dropped into your stance. You centered yourself, and placed your energy directly into your fist, impacting this thing right in the face. The second one, a quick follow-up strike with a shift of your shoulders, and it is a miss. Not quite as much time focusing on your target, so that energy kind of went to the side of this creature's head instead of directly into its brain.
Alright. I am also going to take an attack of opportunity to
Okay.
move back here.
Okay. Let's see if it works.
Allowing for free space for others.
Okay. It does try. And it just kind of tries to swipe as you go away. It's a terrible roll. It's a 10.
Yeah, that'll miss.
All right. Yeah, and you just kind of feel these claws kind of scrape across the fibers of your your garb and your hair and whatnot. But it's a mess. It doesn't make any kind of an impact into flesh. All right.
People throwing weapons between your legs. Biff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was a cool move. Y'all should like.
3.
What's that?
I rolled a 3, so my with my additions it was.
Right. Yeah, at a higher roll, it probably would look like a cool anime group attack, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Pass a turn to the DM. This creature, how it's going to manipulate any of those. It immediately leaps into the hallway, and it just kind of jumps in just an inhuman manner, and just lets out with this awful squeal, this awful cry in the midst of all of you, and this awful noise fills your ear. Everyone, give me a quick Constitution saving throw.
Does that include Elspeth, who is farther away from them, or just those
Elspeth, how far away are you?
Looks like 15 feet.
15. Yeah, you're good, Elspeth. You just hear this awful screech coming from the hallway. It's kind of echoing off the doors and kind of muffles the sound. Gilzaf, Fist, and Xylag. Constitution saving throw.
It's an 11 for me.
Okay.
16.
Okay. And Gilzaf?
10.
Okay. A 10, 11, and a 16, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Fist, you feel this awful, you can almost see it. You can almost feel these waves of psychic energy trying to penetrate your frame and trying to just kind of invade, but you just stand fast against it. You imagine in your mind, you just see this amazing sheet of armor that covers you, and you see these waves bouncing off. The rest of you, your other two, actually, you're kind of taken very off guard. You don't really have in this moment, you don't quite have the fortitude to fend this off. You each take 10 points psychic damage. And that's it for now. 10 points psychic damage. And it's just kind of a nagging ringing in your head, like you just got your bell rung, even though there was no physical impact.
I'm totally taking that. But what's really annoying is that as a psionic subclass, I don't have any resistance to psionics.
Yet.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Right? Mm-hmm.
That's like a fire elemental not being immune to fire.
Exactly. And I get that I wouldn't be immune, but some sort of low level, I don't know, advantage on the roll or, something like that. Have damage.
Right.
But that's okay.
Oh,
I can
cookie. Oh. It's
all right.
stuck in my mouth now.
Gross.
Uh-oh. All right. That's all it's got right now. We'll pass the turn to Elsbeth.
Line of sight here, is it good? That doorway there, or would you have to take a step to the side, or?
Yeah, this thing's probably about 5.5 tall. Gilzaf is.
Oh, I was worried about the doorway, not Gilzaf.
Yeah, the door's open.
I'm
You can see. Okay, you got it. Yeah, you have a pretty clear line of sight there to this thing.
All right.
Through that doorway.
I'm going to use a spell slot, and then I'm inevitably going to roll a 2 on the attack roll.
Okay.
So
we'll see.
That's the one. It's not actually a spell save here.
Okay. Chromatic orb.
Oh, okay, that's good.
25. Okay.
Yeah, it's lightning damage because that's how Elspeth rolled.
Okay. And you say that's not a spell save DC?
No, it's just a ranged attack. I don't know why the card just slaps that on there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that actually is 8 because I cannot roll a 1 on lightning damage.
Okay.
So all 1s count as 2s when she rolls lightning.
Okay. Gotcha. Lightning damage. Okay. Great. So yeah, centering yourself and forming that, it's a solid hit. And it's an extremely precise hit. This 4-inch diameter sphere appears and it just hurtles through the air, whistles through the hallway, and buries itself in your opponent. You can hear and it's a satisfying noise once it hits. It's just this mixture of cracking bone and electrocuting flesh. It lets out a shriek and a squeal, taking 7 points lightning damage. Is that right?
8.
All right.
8.
8 points lightning damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Leaving it at that number, which the DM knows and the players don't. Okay.
Hang on, I made a boo boo.
Okay.
No, I'll get to that next time because I forgot, but
okay.
I won't forget next time.
Okay. All right, you got it. Let's see, and then yeah, okay. Anything else? We'll pass the turn to Gilzaf, right?
Yeah, I think she's good being far enough away that it's gonna have to cause some trouble for the beastie to get to her.
Okay. Good. All right. We'll pass the turn. Gilzaf, what will you do?
I love that this guy just stepped up right next to me.
And we're flanking.
And we're flanking.
And you're within 5 feet of an ally.
It's a murder sandwich.
And you're a rogue.
Uh-oh.
So,
Yes.
whoops, that's not my character sheet. That's an entirely different game. Sorry, I was looking for my attack. So, after game last week, I did realize that I applied sneak attack to 2 attacks in 1 turn, which was not very nice of me. So I apologize for that.
Yep.
And
We'll take it out of your paycheck. Don't worry.
Thanks. 1, 3, 5, 7, 4. Sneak attack dice and this guy. So I'm going to attack. I'm going to smack him right on the back with my psychic blade.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. I got a 16 to hit.
Okay. 16 is a hit.
Haha. That first one is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to hit him again without the sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Oh, and that one was a natural 20.
Okay. All right.
That. So 3 more psychic damage.
All right.
A total of 10. Please stop.
Okay.
12 damage. Is that right?
You said 3 more damage?
Yes.
Right? All right.
I am no longer hiding, though.
Okay. Good. Anything else?
There, smacking him in the back with some daggers of mind power. That is it.
All right, not bad. Okay. So yeah, sneaking through and maneuvering through that. Uh-huh.
I will just move to here. That way,
Okay.
Elspeth, you don't have to worry about aiming higher. You can smack him in the butt if you want to.
Elspeth is currently thinking about fireball, so I don't think directionality is going to save you.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Okay.
Let's kill this thing.
Made of
It's gonna be
metal.
like bowling, man. Okay. Yeah. So sneaking in there, activating that blade, and it just rips through your opponent's back, and it reacts to that pain. It looks like you gather it can feel pain, and just reacts with a shriek and a shrill.
Okay.
Reroll all of my d6s because I got 3 1s in a row.
Boo.
Not bad. All right. Anything else on your turn, Gilzaf?
You've been banished and you've been banished. I'm good.
All right. Xylek, it is to you.
All right. Seeing as this guy's gone up close and personal, I'm going to throw my right hand behind me and cast Primal Savagery.
Okay.
Causes my already existing claws to grow more fearsome and dangerous.
Okay.
Drip acid. As I attack him.
Not bad.
Thank God for that advantage. That's going to be an 18 to hit. Oh, wow. That's a good roll.
Okay. That's a solid hit.
All right. That is going to be 17 points of acid damage.
Okay. All right. It's a horrific sight for those that are watching. The veins and the muscles begin to bulge and pop out on Xylek's hands as the nails and claws grow and begin to steam and drip with acid. Immediately reaching in. Was it a swipe or a stab?
Yeah, it's a slash.
Okay. Right. With a slash, and you just rip your opponent asunder. Flesh and bone separate. Clothing and trinkets just kind of fall from its frame as its expression just goes lifeless before you, and this creature falls silent to the floor.
All right. Was this the same, handsome guard that we pulled out of the bathroom closet?
It was, yeah. It was the corpse that was ripped out, that was wrapped up in the closet.
Can't you tell by those features that it's the handsome guard?
I just wanted to make sure.
Exactly like picture of handsome Squidward.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Jason, when you described him originally, was this guard was some kind of, perfect specimen of physical beauty.
Yeah.
But when it raised as dead, it sounded much, much nastier and much uglier.
Yeah, imagine just like a beautiful human, I guess. Male, female doesn't really matter, but just imagine them kind of raised from the dead. Just like maybe the hottest corpse you've ever seen, right? Like a Misfits album cover or something, right?
Okay, it just sounded like they went from being hot to not, as opposed to hot to just undead hot.
Right, they went from hot to essentially undead or undead hot, I would say.
Okay.
Got it.
But you can definitely tell they didn't start out that way. They were at one point they were just very much alive and very hot. Sorry.
Question: How
Yeah.
come y'all keep coming back from being dead? Like once your vitals are off, shouldn't you just remain off? Isn't that a thing that you guys do? You just remain off. You don't have an on switch.
I wish.
I don't know about humans per se, but that's kind of the way us lizard folk act too. Don't really have a just turn it back on again function.
Like
it's generally magic that is bringing us back to existence.
You just stop. That's annoying.
Very.
You guys are my friends.
I just want to know why it's happening here.
But also, wait. has he started splitting open at all?
No, did not split open. No emanation, you can tell.
Elspeth thinks this conversation is well under control and has turned away to examine what appears to be a steamer trunk.
Okay.
I'm going to while you like examine the room, just hold an action in case the dead body comes back to not being dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go back in the room too, since I was trying to investigate it before. I'm gonna step exactly where I stepped to see if anything happens again.
Okay.
See if there is an on and off switch for this creature.
Okay. You bet.
Handle.
Yeah, and it looks pretty dead to you as far as you can tell, but I mean, it looked pretty dead before it jumped up and tried to murder you all. It's just kind of lying in a crumpled pile on in the hallway floor. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Elsbeth, I just Googled steamer trunk, and that's exactly what it is. I wasn't sure if there was a distinction between different kinds of trunks. I didn't know if steamer trunk was like something that involved actual steam, but apparently it's just like the design of a trunk.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
if the investigation doesn't suggest that there's any reason not to, she's gonna flip that open.
Okay. You got it. All right. Popping that open, it looks like this trunk was. It looks like it's just kind of there's nothing real special inside. Looks like personal effects that might have been left behind by an old roommate or something like that.
Are there any clothes that might fit an undead, super beautiful guy? Girl?
No, not that you can tell. I mean, you can say if there are clothes in there, and according to the dice, sure there are. They do not seem to fit the gorgeous mutilated corpse.
What a bunch of rubbish.
However, you cannot escape that notion that the clothing that was found in the other room would definitely fit that individual.
Sweater that I'm definitely wearing now.
Those are definitely wearing it now. Yep. Just started rolling. Yeah, and you all kind of look down and you notice Gilzap wearing a new set of clothes. A nice pair of trousers rolled up because Gilzap is 2 feet.
Yeah, the trousers would be way too big. I'm not wearing the trousers. I'm basically wearing the sweater as if it was a dress.
Okay.
I figured the sweater had to be worn like with the sleeves around the neck and it draped over your shoulders, like
It's my cape.
yeah, like a frat student or something in an uppity '80s movie.
Like a Harvard grad.
Oh yeah.
Definitely what I'm wearing, and it's long enough because I'm tiny enough that it is basically a cape. It's a frat boy cape.
Nice. All right. Yeah, and it fits nicely. It's warm. It's a nice tweed. Next chance I get, I'll Google a very nice picture of a really cool sweater, looking just like that, and we'll get that. We'll set that up. Very cool. All right. So I have on my clock 7:28 on the West Coast, which means it is 7, 8, 9, 10:28 on the East Coast. So yeah, so what have we figured out? What do we know so far? We have clues that we have put together. We have our leaflets of paper with an unknown language. We have a blade that with writing on it that matches that language. Okay, and this person was in uniform. They did have what looked like a City Watch uniform, investigator class or detective class, something that might match those of Mystere and Saffron. Laura, you going to say something?
Is it, investigator type uniforms of this place normally carry like some sort of badge with like a name or an identification on it?
There's rank insignia. Yeah, rank insignias. There would be like patches or whatever, on the lapel or on the sleeve or something like that would indicate a type of rank. And you may or may not be familiar with those, but you're pretty sure it was something that kind of matched in that same realm. Mm-hmm.
I would like to take those back to the precinct and be like, these are from
Okay.
This beautiful corpse.
A beautiful corpse we found.
Okay.
It
You know,
was
you
gorgeous.
gotta get the whole corpse, or
No,
just
no,
the.
just the like rank insignias that I would find.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So finding those rank insignias, you're able to kind of tear up the, take a blade and kind of tear off those insignias, pulling them out and keeping them for further examination and study. What else did we find out? We have this strange box, this strange nightstand. Yep, which seems to be some kind of a delivery method. Okay, most likely for letters, things of that nature. Somebody here was communicating with somebody someplace else using this contraption. And then we also have what else? Pieces of information that we know, right? There was a clue that was left, a piece of information called the Neilford Ward in Fairhaven, right? Something located in the Neilford Ward. Yep. And then there was also the shipping manifest, which seemed to implicate this the textiles factory of Tobias Gravenmore, which is located in the what now? In the
Eastway.
Eastway. Yep.
In the Eastway Ward in Fairhaven. Okay. Right. That's what we know so far. Piecing together those mysteries. Okay. With that, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, just to complete the exploration. This is just a closet.
That is just, it looks like a closet.
Okay.
But you never know. We can put it to the dice for trinkets.
It looked like Fist was in front of a closet too.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just in case we wanted to look and just make sure we got everything here, or we
Yeah.
left for the.
Yeah. You never know. Give me. Let's see. Yeah. And you never know where these things might come into story. Give me 3 rolls on a. Give me 3 percentile rolls. How about if you give me 1 Gilzaf, poking into that closet, and then Fist, since that's a larger closet, you could give me 2.
2 percentile rolls?
Percentile rolls, yeah.
Okay.
So D100.
And you never know when this stuff might come in handy.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta get out the other half of my percentages.
Right.
Just use one of these. It's good for you.
I don't have
I have
one.
one. I have one of those.
They're great. You can
Big heavy
you
green
can
one.
bean animals with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are dangerous.
29.
Okay. For 29, it's a pair of old socks.
Alright.
According to the dice, they are clean.
Mittens. Got it.
My
Old socks,
Actually,
clean.
my first
saw a
roll's a
really
98.
98?
Sorry, Laura, I didn't mean to keep interrupting you. I wasn't looking up.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm sorry for interrupting your dice roll.
All right, on the 98, you have a glass jar containing lard with a label that reads Griffin Grease.
Griffin grease. Hold on, let me add Griffin grease. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Excellent.
number 2 roll is a 64. Nice.
64. All right, it's a you look through and you find a pyramid of sticky black incense that smells really bad.
I'm gonna leave those there and not add them to my inventory.
You got it.
Well, I have 2 bags now.
Right?
Yeah, I saw
right.
a TikTok that was a person rolled really terribly on their like investigation or perception roll, and they found on a body a sock, and they were like, "Guys, I have a new bag.
Oh.
I don't know how to open
Right.
it."
Yeah. I mean, if you can tie it to your belt, it can hold stuff, right?
Exactly.
Right. You might want to. I don't know. Maybe put one on the other and use them as one because they are old socks. You never know if they might fray or depending on what you put in there, right? Friction could be a little rough. Could tear through the fabric, right? All right, everyone. Very fun game tonight. I appreciate, as always fun to play with you guys. With that, we will meet back here in just 2 short weeks, where we'll continue this mystery and adventure of the Dream Dealers of Fairhaven. And I'll pass the floor back to our gracious host, Malika.
Okie dokie. I'm just looking at my calendar to see when that 2 weeks is. Okay, that's right before I go on vacation. Yeah, that's fine. Okie dokie. Thank you everyone for joining us. It has been a blast as always. We appreciate all you in chat and all the viewers who are watching after this live stream is published. We, as said, let's see, we will be back here tomorrow, thank you, for Rise of the Rune Lords. And then we will be back again after that next week on Thursday for some Avatar: The Last Airbender TTRPG stuff. I think we'll be doing a bit of a session 0 to get ready.
Oh yeah.
So come check that out. Come check that out if you feel like seeing how that game is run, how character setup is, and everything, because that will be a fun new TTRPG for us. By the Apocalypse type game. And then yes, we will be back here in 2 weeks. Oh wait, hold on. I totally counted 2 weeks wrong. We'll be back here on May 1st. I will still be here, but yes, we will be back here on May 1st. For the next episode of the Dream Dealers of Fairhaven. Sorry. I know how to word. And as always, I am Beluga, your guildmaster here at the Role Players Guild, and I play Fist of the Queen, the Dwarf Barbarian Monk, multi-class. Falcon, it's to you with Laura on deck.
Alright, yes, I am Falcon, also of the Role Players Guild, and I am playing the lizard folk Xylic Searster, the nature cleric star druid cleric. Laura, you're up.
Distracted, and I apologize for that. I'm Laura, and I play Gilsaf, and he's an adorable little autognome who is wearing a cool sweater cape and has socks on his hands. It's Beastbow's turn.
I am probably the reason that Laura was having issues right there, and I do not apologize, but that's what you get when you read the things I type in chat. As Bee's spouse, I play Elspeth. I would also have been playing Justice, but Justice is out showing his daughter the lovely apples on those trees and explaining all the ways that this poor orchard has been neglected and how he can do it better because he knows apples real well.
I want an apple.
Not these apples, sorry, kiddo. Elspeth continues to exercise only the finest and judgmental powers, and also was going to eyeball that incense for reasons. Jason.
Hey all, what an awesome game it has been. As always fun to play with you guys, and we love it. Thank you all for being here. B, hopefully you can join us next time. We miss you. We love you and hope all is well. Thank you for being a rad parent tonight, by the way. Those homework sessions, those things create value long after just that instance. So thank you for that. That said, thank you all and have a great night, and we will see you all in just 2 short weeks.
All right, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.